Welcome everyone to another episode of Time for BL. This is the podcast where we review movies, TV shows, novels, and comics, all in the boys love genre. So guys, the link this week is actually to a BL manga page on Amazon.com. It has Blue Kiss in English. It has My Oxygen. A lot of fan favorites are in there. If you're familiar with Heaven Official's Blessing. Heaven Official's Blessing. It's on there as well, and there's also Change of Heart. It's just a lot of awesome options on there, so definitely click that. Check out anything that you might be interested in. I know I definitely want to get Change of Heart and Blue Kiss because I've been wanting to read that in English. So yeah, go ahead and click the affiliate link in the description and check it out. Yeah, it's time for a Wednesday episode, and like I said, I'm going to be talking about Korean BLs. And one of the reasons I want to talk about Korean BLs in general, and I'm not going into like reviewing specific Korean BLs, is because I'm kind of more focused on what is being done in Korean BLs right now. Everything is more of a web series. It's 15 minutes, 20 minutes, and it's 10 episodes about usually. And we have a lot of them. We have Blooming, we have My Star, we have My Star 2 that just came out. Was it Kissable Lips? There's a lot of different ones out there, and there's some really good ones and there's some okay ones. And a lot of them are based on webtoons. This is really good because we have a lot of things throughout the industry that are based on books, comics, all that finally gave us good shows. And one of the reasons is a lot of shows before had really more tragedy. It was all negative, a lot of death, being gay is so sad, the villain is gay, things like that. So when people started writing their own stories, they wrote the gay heroes, the gay romance stories, and getting those turned into shows and movies has always been great. Right now, if you can hear something in the background, what you're hearing is Like Love, the Chinese series. It was 15 episodes. It was a web drama, and it's based on a novel as well, and it follows Mai Ding and Anjian and them falling in love in college and all the things that befell them, the tragedy and all. And it was just it was definitely a low budget show. With the audio, it was bad. The acting for a lot of it was bad. The camera work in a lot of it was bad, but it kept the audience engaged because they did not change from the novel, as we're seeing a lot of Chinese dramas do now, to be able to show the shows in China. They're making it more of a bromance than a romance, and they didn't do that. It's a romance, and we still love it. We love the quirkiness of it. We love the silliness of it. The whole thing is just so enjoyable. But it is only 15 minutes. They did have the movie. How many movies was it? They did have the movie as well, though, which was awesome, which was great to see. Now, how does this translate into Korean BLs? Well, that's what we're getting right now. We're getting those 15 minutes and those 20 minutes based off of webtoons and comics and books that are already really popular with an audience, because we want to see the romance. We want to see these beautiful stories, and we don't want to see the tragedy befallen. And they have the material there, and they have the built-in audience there from the written material, so they're giving it to us and they're pumping it out, but it's only 15 minutes to 20 minutes per episode. And this to me is sad, because the quality for a lot of them is really good when you compare it to what we were getting just even 5 years ago. Even in a lot of things, like everything was definitely shot guerrilla style in some cases. It was low budget on a lot of things, just like Love the series was. And now we're getting these better quality things, but we're still getting only the 15 to 20 minute 8 episode 10 episode show. Why this is a negative? Let's look on the flip side of the webtoons, the manhwas that have straight romances. A perfect example is Itaewon Class. That one, when I say I watched every single episode, I was on the edge of my seat the entire time. They had a LGBTQ plus character in there, but I believe she was played by a cisgendered woman. I'm gonna double check because I don't want to talk wrong, but I believe she was played by a cisgendered woman. So yeah, in the beginning when her character was shown, I thought she was playing a FTM transgender man, because they were referring to her as he the whole time. And I was like, oh, she's supposed to be a transgender woman. My bad. But yeah, like in that, we didn't get LGBTQ plus manhwa as a show. We got a story, a great story nonetheless, with a straight storyline, with Itaewon Class as a full-length series. Amazing series. Loved the entire thing. Watched it all in a couple days. But yeah, we're not getting that from the BL manhwas. Now we will get the movie cut versions, like behind the cut movie version. They did the dance one as well. We'll get the movie versions where they'll put the whole thing together and turn it into like a movie cut. I think that's how I saw, was it Wish You? I saw the movie cut version, but it's still not a movie. It was shot as a web series and then turned into a movie cut. And that is okay, but it's still, in my opinion, not the best that they can do, because we've seen the possibilities that are out there, the possibilities that are available, as long as the story has straight leads. I would like to see that transferred to BLs as well. Now, one of the recent ones I watched was Cherry Blossoms After Winter. Now, one of the reasons I was excited and also scared to watch it is because I read the webtoon. I love that story. They are so adorable in the comic. I was worried about how the whole story is going to transfer over to a TV show, especially since, like, again, it's 50 minutes an episode, it's 8 episodes. How much are they going to cut out to get to where, you know, all that. It was a good show. I enjoyed it for what it was. Haebom, the actor who played Haebom, was definitely adorable. Yeah, that kind of was it though. I feel like if the show was longer, maybe I would have liked it better, because they would have been able to actually flesh out a lot of things and give us more storyline. I wanted to see the storyline with the dad come in, where they're, especially where they start going into the working world, and what's his name again, his dad finding out about the relationship as well, and, you know, going into that. It's good because they've left it open for a second season, but it, at the same time, it's like, well, if this was a straight webtoon, we would have gotten a full-length show, maybe even 2 seasons of a full-length show, and that hurts. Now, if you're going, well, this is progress, this is great, I mean, this bite size, and it's easier to watch, blah blah blah, Think about the type of BL that is killing it and crushing it in the industry right now. Thai BL. They're taking full novels and turning them into full TV shows. We are getting the complete package. They have found what niche works, what audiences want, and they are giving it to them. And they are crushing it. If you look in a lot of the BL subreddits, even the ones that are open to not just Asian BL in general, but Western BL as well, what's talked about mostly there is Thai BL. For the longest time in the Thai BL subreddit, currently too, the top talked about BL is Kin Porsche. Thailand is killing it right now in the industry, and I do think it would be good for a lot of studios, not just in South Korea, but around the world that are wanting to put out BLs to kind of stop, look and see what they did, and go, okay, where do we go from there to match that energy? Not match the shows, not give us the same exact thing, but just match the energy and giving the audiences what they want to see. And I think once they do that, we will get better storylines throughout the world. Because let's talk about Western BL real quick. In America, Western BL in the United States is not BL. It's an ensemble cast, and there happens to be a gay side character and their storyline. That's what it is. And when you go online, it is just cuts of their storyline put together. And that's what you get. Right now, the Western BL that is actually Western BL that came out this year is Heartstopper. I'm trying to think of anything else. A couple movies here and there, but the big one is Heartstopper. It's still an ensemble cast, but the main love story is about Charlie and Nick and their whole thing. We don't get the same thing throughout Western BL, and that's why I always put it in quotation marks. We get it in books, and more of those books are being turned into stuff. Red, White, and Royal Blue, even though I still think those actors are too old, but Red, White, and Royal Blue is being made into a movie as we speak. So we are getting the movies in the West, just not the shows. And then in South Korea, you're getting the web shows, but you're not getting the full length shows. Some movies here and there. But then in Thailand, they're giving you movies, shows, music videos, everything. They realize that gay sells, and they are selling it. Their studios are for sale with it, which is like has its good and bad axis. Good because it makes more BL romances available to everyone. Bad in that it's now commercialized these relationships and turn them kind of just into a puppet show to watch, which is really bad in my opinion. Now in South Korea, am I saying that I don't like that they found this unique niche with online shows? No, I do like that they're coming out with these web series. I do like that Vicky is there to put them all out, and they're all making their money and they're doing a good job, and all these K-pop artists are signing on because they were doing fan service anyway, so why not? But I just feel like they're not being treated with the same kind of care that straight romance manhwa is treated with, if that makes sense to you. What would I want to see? I don't just want cuts of Cherry Blossoms After Winter turned into Cherry Blossoms After Winter movie cut. I don't just want that. I want a Cherry Blossoms After Winter movie filmed as a movie with the same kind of backing and studio powers. I want what was the name of the one that I saw that I really liked? Give me a second. I want Blooming Season 2 to be even more amazing than the first season, because I really did enjoy Blooming Season 2. I'm excited for I enjoy Blooming Season 1. I am excited for Season 2, but I want better quality in everything. I want to see more deeper dive into everything. I want second seasons that don't start out with breakups. My star too, I'm looking at you. I just think that BLs deserve the same kind of care with the story and the same kind of backing with everything within the stories. So, like, 3 Korean BLs that I really loved this year that are available on Viki are Kissable Lips, First Love Again, and Oh Boarding House. Those were all really good for different reasons. With Kissable Lips, I love the whole idea of the supernatural aspect, and I really wanted to see that fledged out more. And I really feel like if they did full-length episodes, longer episodes, all that stuff, maybe they would have had a chance to actually flesh it out and really give us a full story. With First Love Again, it was cute as a short, definitely. I really enjoyed it, but it's the same kind of issue where I feel like if it had longer episodes, there's so much more they really could have put in, because a lot of it felt like everybody was okay with things too quickly, and that had to do with the fact that the episodes are 15-20 minutes. And the last one, Oh Boarding House, it was my favorite out of all of them. It didn't have any of the supernatural aspects that the other two have, which I'm a huge supernatural fan, so that says a lot about Oh Boarding House. But my biggest issue with it, again, is the length. It's so short. It's 8 episodes, and again, there was so much that could have been said and could have been done and could have been fleshed out. One of the issues that I find with especially Oh Boarding House and First Love Again is that they feel more like a test run. Like, okay, here is the test to see what could happen. If this does really well, we will turn it into a full show or a full movie. If anyone has ever seen the short for that Brazilian movie, The Way He Looks, that Brazilian movie about the blind teenager searching for independence, and then he falls in love with the new guy at school. I think his name is Gabriel. That started out with a short, and it was a cute short that already kind of told the whole story, but it did so well that they were able to come out with a full-length movie and really add more to the story. And that's what a lot of these Korean BLs feel like. They feel like a short that's just a movie concept or a TV show concept, and if they do really well, we can give you the longer version. But the longer version never comes because that's all we're getting, that short. And not to say that web shows don't work, because Like Love works as a web show because they also made the movie. They saw the popularity in it and said, okay, now we can expand upon this and give more because we've shown that this concept works. That first season of History 1, where it followed the 3 different couples, it worked so well as a concept. They were able to really expand it and make it into different seasons and give us longer stories and better stories. And to me, the best season is Trapped. That was just, I love it. I love everything about it. But yeah, everybody else takes these concepts, takes the first season or these shorter episodes and more uses that as a concept, and once it works, they're really able to fully flesh it out. We had another one, oh gosh, it's a Chinese BL. I can't remember the name now, but I read the book and I watched the show, and the show was definitely like low budget, and they were just working with whatever they had, and they didn't even get to finish fully showing us the side couples storyline. We only really got to see more of the main couple storyline. But even after that, even though they never came out with a season 2, they really wanted to do the season 2, but they weren't able to do it, they still gave us like some other concept stuff with the couple to show us what the couple was doing next, which was not in the book whatsoever. And in that, they couldn't include any kissing in that one, which like it was it's China, you know what's up. So, but even though they couldn't do the affection as much as they probably would have done if they were able to do the season 2, they still found a way to utilize the couple to give us more of a storyline, to show us this couple is doing well, even though we can't give you more TV show, which was really good. And we all know if Addicted the series had gotten to put out season 2, woo. So, what do I want to see in the future of Korean BL? I think I've pretty much said it. I want more. I want longer episodes. I want movies. I want the BL webtoons to be treated with the same care that they are giving the romance with men and women, the straight romance webtoons, or even the webtoons where it has nothing to do with romance and it's all just about like gangsters or monsters or, you know, whatever is going on. They still get those full length TV shows or movies, and I just want BL webtoons to be given the same thing, because it deserves it. It really deserves to be treated the same. And it's like this thing where as well, romance will always do well in the industry in general, because everybody, maybe not every single person, but everybody usually finds something in romance that they love. They want a romance like that, or they watch it just to make fun of it, like I do with Twilight. There's something in the romance that they're going to enjoy, and there's also so many different types of romance, and we see it in Thai BL with what's coming out. We get the gangster, we get the fantasy, we get all that, and it's still under the BL umbrella, but it has those sub genres within the industry, and we can get the same with Korean BL. I don't see any reasons why there shouldn't be. We are getting that a little bit now with Chinese BL, even though a lot of it is turned into a bromance. But hey, as long as it's what is it? As long as it's made for an international audience, it can include the romance. Is that what it is? I don't pay attention in class. But yeah, Korean BL just needs to step up its game, because they are in a big market right now, and yes, they're going to get the audience no matter what, but when you are getting compared to some of these other shows, you can get swallowed up real fast. And I want to see them just get better and better. So yeah, that's my take. It wasn't really a rant, huh? Was it? I will have a not rant about Tarn Type next week. Get ready for that. It's actually not going to be a rant about how much I hate Tarn Type. Go figure. It'll just be me talking about Tarn Type, and not in a negative way anymore. I still hate the first season. All right. Thank you guys so much for tuning in and checking out this episode of Time for BL. It has been an honor speaking with you together. Have a good morning, good evening, good afternoon, and good night, whatever it is, wherever you are.